Should you buy a house or an apartment? Hey there, and welcome back to Hypofriend, your favorite channel dedicated to helping you buy a property in Germany. My name is Christopher, and today we will talk about the topic whether or not you should buy an apartment or if it makes more sense to go a bit bigger and buy a house. So let's dive in. As the decision is highly dependent on your personal situation, we'll have a look at some of the criteria you have to keep in mind when making the decision of buying an apartment or a house. Let's first look at the investment purposes. If you're looking to rent out the property, keep in mind that houses generally attract more long-term tenants, while apartments tend to have a higher rental yield. On the other hand, houses have a higher potential for property appreciation. If you're thinking of buying a house, also keep in mind that the potential pool of tenants for that house is smaller than for an apartment because the income needs to be higher to sustain the rent. Now, if you're buying for personal use, you have to have a look at your personal plans for the future and your lifestyle choices. Think about the long-term goals for yourself when you buy a property. Factors you might want to take a look at are location, so for example, proximity to your workplace, the neighborhood, maybe a kindergarten in the neighborhood, amenities, a parking spot potentially, infrastructure, how's the public transport in the area, possibilities for future renovations or modernizations. Maybe you want to change the layout of the property. So what you need to ask yourself is, how much space do you need to live? Are you planning to start a family in the future? How dependent are you on public transport? Or how often do you need to commute to work every week? For instance, if you're planning to make some modernizations or upgrades in the property, if you have a house, you are relatively free in making these decisions yourself, tearing down a wall to open up a room, for example. If you buy an apartment, you're bound to need more permits. You also need the approval from the owners' meetings. So you're less flexible when it comes to these decisions. Now, let's talk about the financial aspect of things. Apartments in general are a bit more affordable because they are cheaper, of course, but also the maintenance risk for apartments is shared between all the owners of the house. In the case of an apartment, the homeowners association is jointly covering the maintenance cost and also the insurance costs. You of course still have to cover your own running costs, but every cost, for example, for a sudden roof leak or potential modernization is covered from a joint pool. With a house, the owner is solely responsible for all the running costs and also all repairs that need to be done at the house. Before we wrap this video up, I have to say, if you want to buy a bigger place and you are able to afford it at the moment, I would always suggest to go for it instead of settling for a smaller place right now, because that could potentially decrease your affordability if you want to buy another property in the next 2 or 3 years. In summary, whether you choose to buy a house or an apartment always depends on your personal preferences, your lifestyle choices, future plans, your family planning, and also your financial situation. If you feel that you need help with making this decision, feel free to set up an appointment with one of our advisors and we will look into your situation together to see what would be the optimal choice. Our mortgage experts are here to help you making the right decision for your future plans. That's all for today. If you found the information helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. If you have any questions or you want to share your personal experience, just leave a comment below and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.